Next week, May 8th to 9th, the long-running TV series The Young and the Restless promises to bring many dramatic and emotional developments. Relationships will be tested, and secrets will gradually be revealed, creating a multifaceted picture of life in Genoa City. Here's what viewers can expect. Sharon Newman, a character familiar to audiences for decades, once again has to face her bipolar disorder. In a series of sad events, Sharon begins to experience more severe symptoms when she stops taking her medication. Hallucinations of her ex-husband Nick and her late daughter Cassie send Sharon into a state of confusion, unable to distinguish between reality and fiction. The culmination of this mental pain is an unwanted confrontation with Cameron Kirsten, who has tormented her in the past. This event forces Sharon to seek urgent professional help to stay sane and safe. Meanwhile, Kyle Abbott is not afraid to use any means necessary in his custody battle. His mother, Phyllis Summers, urges Summer Newman, Kyle's wife, to take legal action, which seems to be a warning of a fierce legal battle ahead. Phyllis knows that this fight could have many unforeseen consequences, and careful preparation, from detailed notes to photo shoots, could be the key to Summer's victory. Billy Abbott is facing not one, but two crises, one in his business and one in his personal life. Victor Newman and Nikki Newman's strategic intervention in his business is just the beginning. Devon tries to warn Lily Winters that something is wrong, but will Lily listen and act in time? On the personal front, Billy's relationship with Chelsea Lawson and Adam Newman is more strained than ever when Chelsea's son, Connor Newman, returns home. Tensions in this family could reach boiling point, and Billy must consider whether to continue to meddle in Chelsea's life, especially with a vulnerable child at home. Next week in Genoa City is sure to be a tumultuous and emotional one. From serious psychological confrontations to legal battles and business management, The Young and the Restless continues to delve into the raw emotions and complex realities of life like no other show. Get ready for a week of drama and unpredictability. Sharon Newman, one of the central characters of The Young and the Restless, is once again facing her uphill battle with bipolar disorder. A sudden withdrawal from her medication has sent her into a series of hallucinations and paranoia, where images of past loved ones Nick and Cassie appear real. The scene where Sharon converses with Nick's virtual image is a haunting moment, revealing the mental anguish she is experiencing. In particular, the appearance of Cameron Kirsten in her hallucinations not only reenacts her fear but is also a painful reminder of the dark past that Sharon has been trying to overcome. This confrontation may be the turning point that makes Sharon realize the need to return to therapy to protect herself from deep psychological trauma. Kyle Abbott, who has not hesitated to use dirty tricks in the custody battle, continues to show his scheming personality. The intervention of his mother, Phyllis Summers, is an attempt to steer her son and daughter-in-law, Summer Newman, toward legal action. Phyllis knows that such battles can be long and fraught with legal complications, and only careful preparation can ensure Summer's victory in court. Phyllis's advice is not only a mother-in-law's advice to her daughter-in-law, but also a strategy to protect her nephew from the negative effects of a custody battle. Billy Abbott is going through one of the most difficult times of his life. Not only is he facing a business disaster due to the interference of Victor Newman and Nikki Newman, he is also struggling with his troubled personal relationships with Chelsea Lawson and Adam Newman. The return of Connor Newman adds to the pressure, as Chelsea struggles to stay calm amid an emotional storm. Billy, once again, must weigh the issue of stepping in to help and stepping back to avoid making things worse. This is a challenge for Billy not only personally but also for a family already in a fragile state. This week in Genoa City, viewers of The Young and the Restless will witness the unexpected return of Kyle Abbott from Paris. When Kyle shows up, a surprised Summer Newman can't hide the confusion on her face. A tense confrontation immediately erupts as Kyle questions the condition of her son, Harrison, in a frantic and worried manner. The fun activities Summer had planned for Harrison don't seem to go as planned, and a minor accident occurs, leaving the boy possibly injured. This raises a series of questions about Harrison's responsibility and safety under Summer's care. Meanwhile, Sharon Newman is going through a serious mental breakdown as she is haunted by the image of Cameron Kirsten in her hallucinations. Sharon becomes agitated whenever Cameron appears, a sign that she is still struggling with the pain and guilt over Cassie Newman's death. The Cameron in her hallucinations insists he's there because Sharon wanted him there, which sends Sharon into a cycle of guilt and self-punishment. Another storyline that's been on the radar this week is the trouble Faith Newman gets into during a night out at a concert with Lucy Romolotti. When Faith discovers that Lucy has been drinking, she can't help but feel angry and frustrated. She questions the source of the alcohol and how much Lucy drank. Daniel Romolotti Jr., who is at the event, may have to deal with the consequences if Lucy runs away and gets into even more trouble. Faith and Lucy's relationship will certainly be deeply affected, and Daniel can't help but feel the same guilt he feels about Cassie. Each character is facing their own challenges, from mental health issues, family crises, to personal responsibility to care for and protect their loved ones. Kyle and Summer may continue their battle for Harrison's custody, a battle that could be affected by the recent incident. Sharon, on the other hand, may need to seek professional help to deal with her increasingly severe hallucinations. Faith, on the other hand, may have taken a new direction in her relationship with Lucy and Daniel, raising questions about responsibility and maturity. Kyle Abbott, after returning from Paris unexpectedly, is not only confused but also deeply concerned about the safety of his son, Harrison. Harrison's accident, though minor, has raised questions about his ability to care for Summer. Kyle, with his father's concern, cannot help but wonder if he should have made a stronger decision to take custody. His relationship with Summer, despite the good times, may now be strained and tested more severely than ever. Sharon, one of the series' most beloved characters, is once again faced with painful hallucinations of Cameron Kirsten. The appearance of Cameron in the hallucinations is not only a reminder of a painful past, but also a projection of the deep fear and guilt Sharon feels for the death of her daughter, Cassie. This psychological struggle has left Sharon unstable, and without timely help, she could fall into a dangerous state both physically and mentally. Faith Newman and Lucy Romolotti, young in bad decisions. Meanwhile, college-age and energetic Faith Newman faces another challenge when she discovers that Lucy Romolotti has been drinking at a concert. This not only strains the relationship between the two friends, but also raises questions about responsibility and maturity. Daniel Romolotti Jr., who was directly involved in the event, feels helpless when faced with the possible consequences. The wrong decisions of young people, like Lucy, not only affect themselves but also those around them. These stories are just a part of the countless complex and emotional developments of the young and the restless. Each character has their own emotional puzzles, internal struggles, and decisions that can change their lives and the lives of others. Life in Genoa City is never short of memorable moments, and each week is filled with new surprises. Loyal viewers of the show will be eagerly waiting to see how these characters will overcome the challenges. A must-watch with complex plot twists and real-life emotions expressed through each character. This week, their stories not only bring entertainment but also make the audience think deeply.